So what is your name?
Believe it or not, my name's David. So a lot of people might not know that. So surprise, I'm David. Pleased to meet you. Last name Lee, and happy to be here.
So Mr. Lee, that's how we refer to Mr. Lee, just in case anyone was wondering. So Mr. Lee, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, like maybe what you do for a living, whatever you want to share?
Okay, yeah, I'm an engineer. Shocking, I know engineers in this area are very rare, so yeah, I'm one of them. I work for a German company, and actually one of those people that don't do well with jet lag, so I don't like going to Europe. I'm kind of a homebody just because I'm older. I have 2 kids. You might know my son Carter. He trained here for a while. He's down in LA now. My daughter Arden, as much as I wanted to get her into Jiu-Jitsu, she just didn't feel the love. And my wife spends a lot of time beating up on me, so I think she's more than capable of defending herself, at least from me. So what else about my life? Yeah, I have 2 dogs. They're under 30 pounds. They're cute, but they're killers. So rodents beware. Possums beware.
So I heard you have some killer hobbies. What are the hobbies you like to do?
Hobbies? Probably one I'm semi-talented in is fishing. I used to be talented in surfing, but like Jiu-Jitsu, it's a perishable skill. Yeah, those are the big 2. I would say that I probably spent too many unproductive years surfing, but I don't regret any of it. It's a lot like Jiu-Jitsu. I'm going to look back on my career in Jiu-Jitsu as very fondly with the people I've met, with the community that is here. I've been to multiple gyms, and I can't tell you how special this place is. And it's the first I found with a vibe like this where a little old man like me could walk in here with a big smile, find friends to train with, and return to the office uninjured, which is not the case in my past and not the case all the time at other gyms. So thankful to be here. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Michelle.
Why are you training? I guess that's a great question.
Yeah, that is a really great question. At first it was for Carter. Carter was 10 years old and getting bullied, so we had to get him into, at first, a wrestling program. Surprise, surprise, there are no wrestling programs, or at least not at the time, but there was a small jiu-jitsu studio around the corner in Mountain View. So we started going there. By the end of his summer of 5th grade, I could put him in a headlock and he could pick me up and slam me straight on my back. And I knew he'd be okay in middle school. So that was my initial start, and the reason I stayed in Jiu-Jitsu for so long is because I wanted to help Carter. And as I got better, I grew to love the sport more, and I found out that it was actually just incredibly fun and super addictive. And my daughter often accuses me of having an addictive personality, so here I am, still training because it's so much fun and it's I love it, and it'd be so hard to stop. And those of you that have stopped, which I have in the past, know how hard it is to start up again. So there's always that little motivation in the back to keep doing something and keeping you up on not letting your skills perish. And then just following your heart and doing what you love, and coming here and doing what makes you happy, doing what makes us happy. So here I am.
Do you have advice for brand new people, white belts?
Yes. You can never have enough strength, but you can also never have enough flexibility. So a lot of times people concentrate too much on the strength side and not enough on the flexibility side. Second to that is probably mobility. If you're mobile like a gymnast, I think you have the perfect start. You have the perfect raw materials to start. A guy I knew that was a gymnast, he took to Jiu-Jitsu and became one of the best Jiu-Jitsu practitioners I know. And he's also a very dear friend of mine now. So I'd say that mobility is a pretty big factor in success in Jiu-Jitsu. Let's see. I would say attitude is probably the second thing. We're not here to kill each other. We're here to learn, right? If you want to kill someone, competition's a good place, and there's plenty of opportunities to train and do it there. Not kill someone, but, and then just have that attitude that you're here to not only protect yourself, but your training partners as well. One of my favorite jiu-jitsu practitioners, Damian Maya, who fought at the highest levels of the sport, had that exact philosophy, and I wish it was more prevalent in today's society, where you use jiu-jitsu not only to keep yourself safe, but your opponent safe, even if they are trying to kill you. So, Damian Maya, hope you're out there.
For people who don't train, what should they look out for at academies?
Oh, like red flags?
Yes, yes.
I think the first thing is that you have to buy the merch. If you have to buy the merch there, it means that they're going to be looking for every opportunity to monetize you. And I think it's really hard to train in an atmosphere where you have to give your trust to your instructor because you are actually trusting people with your life. That when they have a choke sunk in, that you know that when you tap, they're going to release. There's a system of trust that exists there. But if you go into an environment where you're being monetized, I think it'd be very hard to develop trust because everyone's wary about keeping themselves protected. So that would probably be my biggest red flag, is just a little thing like you have to buy the merch. So I bought the merch here because I love it. Day by day jiu-jitsus are awesome. And so I will continue to buy day by day just because the gis are super light, super durable, and allow mobility more than any other gi I've tried. So I'm a big day by day fan. And hopefully Darren will get more in stock.
Speaking of gis, can you please explain us what that patch is on your gi? Because I think that's a beautiful patch there, Mr. Lee.
Thank you. So yeah, admittedly, this is not a day-by-day gi. This is the gi from my former instructor, my first instructor. I trained under Will Diaz from 2008 to 2020, and I ended up losing him. We lost one of our greatest instructors in this area, and certainly an incredibly talented and wonderful human being. This is his gi. This is his school. It's no longer in existence. This is a gi I'll never be able to replace. But knowing Will, I know that he would not want this thing to sit in a closet. That would be the last thing that he would want. Fortunately, I'm not alone in this in wearing this gi. A couple of us here also wear the Silicon Valley Jiu-Jitsu gi. And yeah, we all hold them close to our hearts, and it's something that we enjoy wearing. But like everything else, it's perishable. We know one day it'll go away, but the memories will never fade. So,
favorite food?
Oh, favorite food. Oh boy, I would say my cheat food would be anything pretty much from L&L barbecue or Ono, Hawaiian food, basically. I think the musubi is a largely misunderstood food item. It's right up there with, the fanciest coq or Chateaubriand steak. When you talk to a Hawaiian dude, the musubi. All joking aside, Hawaiian food is probably my favorite cheat food, followed by sushi. Of course, ramen, anything from the islands is great. Fish, love seafood. Not a huge beef fan, love chicken. Try to keep the meat consumption to a minimum, even though I love them, obviously. I believe that fruits and vegetables and grains are better for you in the long run, and at least it's been better for my body. Just talking from experience. So specifically, that's why I keep those as a cheap food only. It's not an everyday thing.
And if you could have only one dish for the rest of your life, what would that dish be?
Oof. That's a good one. I miss my mom's Korean cooking. She was originally from Seoul, and she cooked these wonderful dishes that I've been trying to create. And I'm going to go with the Korean spicy stewed chicken dakbokkeumtang. That's my jam.
And is there anything else you wanted to just say or share or anything at all?
I'm just happy to be here. I'm actually more than that. I'm thankful to be here. The community that's created here, the opportunity to be a part of it, it just didn't factor into my life at one point. And through actually carrying love, that's what brought me back. I had a good friend that just wouldn't let me go to the junk pile. He pulled me out of the trash bin and polished me off, and here I am. So I'm thankful.
And then I always ask a weird question at the end. It's always a little bit of a thinker. So would you rather have no arms or no legs?
No arms. Simply because I think you could do Jiu-Jitsu with no arms. You could still triangle people. But I would say just the standpoint of mobility. As animals, as creatures, visual acuity is our strongest sense, but mobility is highly important to that. And without legs, a large part of that component will be diminished. But without arms, you'd still be somewhat diminished in mobility, but not completely. So I would say take the arms. Well, they've been taken so many times anyway. So.
And Mr. Lee, tennis or bowling?
Well, I used to play a lot of tennis when I was in high school and just into college. So I would say tennis, even though it's very difficult. I had a lot of fun doing it, so tennis.
Well, Mr. Lee, thank you so much for your time. You're a really big part of this academy. We love having you here. You're helping with our brand new students. You are, such a valued, piece of Kuleana and Kuleana's history. And we're just thankful to have you around. So thank you for spending some time with us and sharing your life with us.
Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Machine. Thank you, Kuleana. Looking forward to our next role. And have a great evening.